Hi and welcome to Pricey Academy, and Khushi Agarwal is delivering you this session, and it is a continued part of the last session that we covered. It was all about writing integers into your file using list interfaces, and today's session is based on reading those integers from the list, okay, from the file, and calculating some of them. So there will be three concepts as we earlier did implemented, that is file handling, exception handling, and collection APIs. Okay, let's see what we have done earlier and which file we were actually accessing. So new txt file we were accessing, and in this we have stored earlier 1 and 6 as a data in the integers. Then moving on to the Eclipse part. Okay, in this we had one file program that we have created, right, in which we were storing the data. Now today we will create a class. Okay, in this we will be asking the data to be retrieved from file. Okay, and going forward we have to also use list to store that data, and then we will be calculating some of integers, okay, some of the numbers that are present, the value that is present. So I am creating one file class, okay, whose name is file retrieve, and I want my main function to also be there. Just click on finish, and this will create my file retrieve class. And I'll have main function present in this. Okay, now while retrieving file data we need some particular classes to be implemented, okay, to be used in this. So we have one class called as file reader, which will read the content from your file that you're passing. So file reader fr equals to new file reader, and again we will pass path of our file. So in earlier class I have already passed the path, so I'm just copying that path. Okay, now there are 4 times slashes, so I'll just remove it, double slashes every time, and then I'll say semicolon. So we are using file reader class, which is a predefined class present in our Java libraries. For that I need to import package, which is that package that I need to import, that is java.io. And dot file reader, I can only ask file reader to be implemented in this. Okay, I have this file reader class. It's a file reader class is a part of a Java IO package. Okay, so I'll just say file reader class. I'll write a, remove this, we'll say file reader, right? Okay, and then I need throws exception also as a part of this main function, so that if any error occurs I am easily able to identify it, okay, while passing the path. Now IO exception is also a part of my IO package, so let's do this in one go, just making it as a star. Okay, so we have set the path of the file that I need to read, okay, the data I need to read from which file, with the object of file reader, that is fr. Now to improve the efficiency so that the work goes faster, I will take buffered reader class, that is br equals to new buffered reader, and over here I'll pass fr, that is the object of my file reader class. Okay, then as I mentioned, I will use list interface also over here to store the contents that I have uh, from the file that I'm retrieving. So I'm using a list interface. Okay, list is an interface, therefore its name will start with caps. Then I'll pass what type of list I'm creating, that means the data type of the list, and it is of integer type. Okay, and then its name. So I'm passing name as num1 equals to new array list. So this list is a type of array, okay, which will be storing number of integers, where we are not restricted to provide the length of it. Right now, list is also a part of my util package. As I mentioned, that a list is a part of my util package, so I'll import that also so that we don't have any error. Okay, so util star. So why I'm saying star for util, because there will be list also. I want to implement array list also. Then I'll ask the user to enter something from the user's end maybe. Okay, so that is why, just to keep all the things intact in one row, we are using star. Okay, so we'll go ahead and take one string str. Well, currently I will assign it to null. Okay, and what I need is, why I'm using this is because I want the data that I am retrieving, okay, from my list, it should get stored. Data that I am retrieving from my file, it should first come into my str, that is my string. Each and every word or the content that I am getting retrieving, okay, and then that particular string, okay, that particular string I will pass into my list. I will store it into my list as an integer type of value, right? So I will say while or loop will be done, and in this I will say str equals br.readLine. So when I say br.readLine, it will read the content from my file. Each and every line will be read, okay, and if it is not equals to null, that means once it reaches the last line of my code or last line of my file, I should get out of my while loop, and I should be able to execute the things. Okay, I should get the result out of it. So br.readLine, readLine is a function which is a part of your buffered reader class. It will read each and every line. Okay, now what is the next step? I'll go ahead and add this data, this string, into my list. And how will I do that? Because my string, that is str, is a type of a string, I need to convert it into an integer. So I'll say integer.parseInt. Okay, in this I'll pass str. Right? In this, str will now get converted into integer first, and then it will be added in to my list num1. Right? Okay. Now, next step is to add this data also. So I'll take one integer type of variable, that is sum, and assign it to, initialize it to 0 currently. Then I have one iterator interface, as I mentioned earlier also, iterator as a interface, okay, which is of integer type, which we are creating for integer type. Why? Because my list, okay, I will be referring to a list with the help of iterator interface, which is of integer type. So I'll create iterator also as an integer type, and then creating its object. Now this it will be referring to num1 dot iterator. So this is a fun function that is a part of iterator interface, that is your iterator. Now this will be referring every time when we will be working with it will be referring to num1, one of the list. Okay, as iterator is the main interface, and it holds your list interface, your queue interfaces, your tree, and your sets. Within that you have number of classes available. So iterator is your main interface present inside your util package to access different types of data structures available to you. Okay, now we can go ahead and say while it.hasNext. When I say it.hasNext, it will check if in the list I have value or not. Is there any other value present in the list or not? If it is yes, then I will be inside my loop. And if it is not, then I will move out of the loop and the result I will be displayed. Okay, so I'm saying sum equals to sum plus it dot next. Now what is this next function again? In this next function will give you the value that is present at the position at your linked list. Okay, has next is checking if value is there or not, and next is providing you the data or the content of it. See, you can easily see java.util.iterator.next. So next is a function of your iterator interface, which is a part of util package, and util package is a part of your Java libraries. Got it? Now, and this currently my iterator is of integer type based on my list. Simple. I'll go ahead by printing the result, system.out.println, right? And I'll say sum equals to and then plus sum. So that means in my file what I have, let's see, in my file I have 1 and 6. Then the result that I should get displayed on my screen is 7. I need to add 1 and 6. That means number of integer that I have, value of that integer should be added, both the integers, right? Then going forward, I'll go ahead and say br.close. I'm closing this. Okay, do you think we have missed something? Yes, we have missed try catch block. So where are we going to implement it? We can implement this over here while we are retrieving the data, that is try. Okay, and once we are done with this, I want try block to be closed, and then I need a catch block to handle if any exception occurs. So I'll say exception E. Okay, and I'll just pass system dot out dot print E. Now let's see what is this error coming. Okay, there was an extra opening and closing braces. That was. Now that's okay. Now we are done with this. Now let's execute and see if a program runs or not. Yes. So it is working absolutely fine. There is no error in this, and we're getting the result. Okay. So I hope you like this video, and we'll meet in the next lesson, right?